This is life is full of it. Everyone's mad at me
Get ready to
Because you
start.
just wasted shit, bro.
they were
That was
having
like
a
10
deep
minutes of
conversation.
deep conversation.
I don't even know what we were talking about.
He's
I
talking
was
about that
saying
people should be-
instead
Fucked up then.
of just saying be kind, I say we start teaching people how to be kind to each other, because there's those people who've been abused and really don't know what.
If you
Love
stop
is
You
somebody,
can't
sometimes.
sit there and teach that though.
but if
I
you
didn't
stop
say
somebody,
like sit down and do a 6 lesson.
no, yeah, you
1
just gotta be
hour
like,
each.
bro, you can't talk to anybody like that. I could
Some
tell.
people don't care. I think the
But
best
you
way-
could, but when you talk to somebody, you could tell when they don't understand that versus when they're just actively being a dick. Because somebody's actively being a dick, I'll call them out on it as you're just being a dick. But most of the times, you got to give people like, you got to be nice enough to be like, give people a chance that they're just being ignorant and stupid. They just don't understand that like what they say or how they say it, especially if they're younger. Like, I play Magic with a lot of kids, and kids, you have to be like, you can't say it that way. You can't like, you can't just always be goofy and jokey with like every single person.
You're a knitter.
Well,
That was
this kid calls people bozos, and I'm like, I get that you're like young and like this is fun, this is like enjoyable, but not everybody's gonna like enjoy some kid calling him
I think it's the whole
a
idea
goober
of
or a bozo or like.
treat people the way you want to
being-
be treated, and I think people learn that way. If
That's
someone's
not true though,
if
because not
someone's an
every because you
asshole-
don't understand.
If
Like,
someone's an asshole and you just are like, yeah, cool, man, whatever, I appreciate you, whatever. Eventually, I think you just that person gets to the point where like, I'm not going to get to that person. And then if what you're saying to them makes them start feeling good, it's like they say, always like smile at people when you walk by them because it's contagious. Some people will smile back at you. The ones that don't, eventually, hopefully,
no, I don't like people to look at me.
Yeah, because you're an asshole.
Yeah, but I'm not like I'm not like don't look at me.
Do you
They
ever-
look at me and I'm like past. them. I'm like,
Okay, so for
I
example,
always say I always greet people.
oh yeah,
Hey, how
I'll
you
like
doing?
thank people that are like
You just said you don't like people looking at you.
no.
no.
When I'm like,
Hold on, wait.
if I'm having a cigarette
I'm gonna take
or
it back.
something,
I'm gonna take it back.
or like if I'm just like standing around, like I can completely understand a black. I can't understand. I'm about to make a bad statement. I guess it makes sense that like black people would be uncomfortable by everybody always staring at them, because I get uncomfortable if like a lady's riding in my neighborhood. If I'm out mowing my fucking lawn and my people are in my neighborhood riding their bikes and they're staring at me as they're riding, that's annoying. I don't need like I'm out here,
annoying?
but like you should realize that like this dude's not out here for any other reason than to mow my lawn.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
they might
like
just
looking
be
at them.
at you just to think.
Yeah.
Are you that motherfucker that's like, what the fuck you looking at?
That's what I'm saying. You just got to teach people to be kind to each other.
But
If
I'm
they're looking
kind
at you,
enough
you'll be
to-
like, how you doing? When they walk by or they're that far away and they're
you
looking
need
at you.
something?
No, because there's context too. Some like people nowadays are always on edge. Like I don't talk to people's kids any.
You
like,
either want
at
to
all.
fuck or you want to fight. Which one is it?
I don't talk to people like around their kids or with their kids. I'm just like I'm not like I've seen so many parents obviously
Saying hi
uncomfortable
is
with random
completely
people.
different than holding a conversation. What's
Sure.
up, Logan? I will have whatever you're not going to.
But I'm not gonna say I've seen people
Never
that'll say
mind.
hi to kids before they'll say hi to their parents, and I've always thought that's hella fucking weird.
That is kind of weird.
So like I'm
You
like
say hi and you
if the-
say hi to the parent.
if the parent interacts with me and I'm like,
It's just
hey,
like-
what's up? And I'm
it's
like,
just
oh,
like-
is this your kid? Blah 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 blah.
You,
Like I'm
it's
just
just
like
like trying
sat
to-
there like a kid's walking the balloon, be like, hey, you got yourself a
cut the
balloon there?
ribbon, let it go.
Damn, what- see,
Suck
he
it.
is an asshole. You are right.
Knock ice cream.
Oh, that's too bad.
I'll buy you another one.
Are you sure about that?
Stick it on their head.
But like I said, I think like it's weird. Like I don't know if I talk to you that much, but I talk to him that walking.
making my way.
I go for
down.
walks with the shaman dude that I see, and
You're
it's weird.
wa-
We're on a big trail. There's hella people
Walking with shamans.
and I'm talking the whole time about my issue.
Where do you walk?
We go out, and people won't know this if they listen. We go out in Carmichael.
You go to like.
There is a big trail out
Oh,
there.
are you?
Fucking coyotes and shit. Like
Is it a paved trail?
Are you going to like a park, like where they have the nature
there's
facility?
a park in the middle of it.
Are you going to the nature facility?
I don't know.
Because there's FER is down there. That's on those trails down there. Because used to live
IPA.
down there. FER was
It's off Fair Oaks
yeah.
to get to it.
You're
But-
those. You're like.
But I'm sitting there,
are you on the
talking about
bike trail? You walking on the levee?
There's a bike trail.
Are you walking on like how close to the river are you?
You could get to the river, and there's a long bridge.
But are you by
across it.
the levee or by the? Is it all flat and like trees and?
There is
plants?
trees, hills. There's,
Okay.
Then you get to the water where I get anxious. And
Is that where there's a bunch of rocks and shit?
Do you
think
cross
so.
over
Yeah.
the big bridge?
I've got to it in panic.
You're like
No, I'm talking about to go on Sunrise. Wait, no, Ferris doesn't go that far.
No.
That's right. Okay, never mind.
Anyways,
Yeah,
when
you're
I'm
like
walking on it, I'm talking, whatever, and he constantly is acknowledging people every time they walk by. Like, how you doing? How you doing? Good morning.
see that. I'm suspicious of people like that.
But it's like, to me, I noticed that.
He's probably walking like this.
I just noticed that a lot of people.
No, he's walking like this. This is like the Catholic rosary hands. They have
Throwing
the
up the
hand down
Naruto
here.
signs.
Doctor Strange. I noticed though a lot of people felt more comfortable him doing that because he's
the way
walking
he's
with a
dressed.
big Mexican and shit. And it probably makes you feel.
I would never think you're Mexican.
Really? You think I am Indian?
No, just
You could be
white guy.
Arabic.
Some lady thought I was like Arabic before. This girl I was dating. We went out twice. Mm-hmm. She took me to Chipotle for the first time. She's like, "You never had Chipotle?" I was like, "Nah." This was like when I was in college. She's like, "We're getting Chipotle." Held her hand. This is the second
It
time.
was sweaty.
Held her hand. She had a decent butt. She was cute. Kissed her. After that, I was like, "Yeah, I wasn't feeling it." First time I ever called it off. Felt
Damn,
good.
what a player!
I felt good. I never called it off before.
It's so funny.
And you didn't just hit it and quit it.
I should have.
No.
I choked.
I started talking to Crystal right after that, and the other girl called me.
And somehow you didn't drop that bomb.
The other girl called me,
So
and
you went to W?
at Crystal's, and I told her, "Yeah, I don't think I could go out anymore. I'm talking to someone else." She's like, "You move fast." And I was like, "No, it was just she's in my class. We're working on homework right now." And
He's like, it's not that I move fast. I just don't put my eggs all in one basket.
My huevos rancheros.
But anyways, I think it is like a weird thing. Like this kid, we were walking, and he went up, like he's just walking by bouncing the ball, and he went in front of my dude, and he's just like trying to cross him. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And like I'm thinking, like, do you know this fucking kid? No. So he got on D and was like playing with the kid, and the kid. I'm like, "Oh," and we're like, "Got moves." I'm like, "Did you know him?" Like, no. It was just weird because the kid was.
That's
Just,
a little different. The kid came
Yeah,
over
that's
and
a little-
that's what I'm
interacted
saying. The
with
kid feel comfortable though.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't get that much because that's
Well-
kind of weird. He's by himself.
Well,
He
you're
was
like,
like 8 probably. He was all excited.
What's this guy
up?
like? What's this guy's ethnicity?
He's
Because
white.
you think of a shaman, you
He
think,
looks white.
you think of like maybe an Indian or an
no.
Indian.
I think of a shaman. I think of a white guy.
He looks like.
Are you serious?
Think of a white guy with a ponytail.
He looks close to
I think of
Duck
your I think
He
your
looks
most
just like a white dude. He always
hipster
wears a hat.
stoner. Fucking like, dude, I went to shaman school down at fucking Santa Cruz,
Fuck
bro.
no, dude. You don't think of like Indian
No,
shamans?
That's
and
like
shit?
you're going to. You have to go to India to see those people. Those are
That's a
gurus
shaman
and
to me,
shit.
though.
No, a shaman.
they practice.
I think
from
shamans
meditations.
specifically refer to like I think it's South America where they have like because you have to go to the ayahuasca shaman.
They practice from those same teachings where
Yeah.
they believe they use, because shamans used to use.
Like there's shaman and Native American.
They
I
used
don't
to
doubt
use,
that either.
The earth and vegetables and strains to heal and stuff like that.
What kind of strains, sir?
Mushrooms.
psilocybin mushrooms.
He's the one that's supposed to give
DMT.
you
Look at the backs of.
microdosing,
I
so
would love to just tell him to come over and I'll buy a fucking eighth from him.
He sells mushrooms like crazy.
How much is for mushrooms?
Yeah, we
How
need
much
to get
for
Jacob
mushroom?
back over here
I
too.
don't know.
Then
Jacob.
Is that Jake's guy?
Yeah, Jake.
So Jake is like he serves a clean product. Like I don't have to worry about
Jake.
anything. Is
Used
he a
to,
legal product?
Jake. Yeah, Jake used to go on walks with him as well. There's other things you could do with him, but
Fuck, I want to be a shaman.
Jake is a better. Now.
Can I be a druid?
Yeah,
Cool.
you could be a bard. Jake is at a better place because he's like, I don't think I want to see him anymore. Then they had a talk, and he's talking about how Jake grew, and
You've learned, my young grasshopper.
he's done a lot better. And
Snatch this pebble from my hand.
what the mushrooms are doing for him now, he's at a better place where he's like, I don't get depressed really.
you are no longer a Padawan.
He knows how to deal with it basically.
Take mushrooms.
So if he gets worse,
Just
come
leave
back.
reality.
But they still hang out. Like he took him to like a,
That's my fear of mushrooms.
he took him to a live concert. Him and Sophia, they went to a live concert together with him and stuff like that.
See,
As opposed to?
with mushrooms,
Not live. I don't know.
And what other concerts are there?
That's true.
with mushrooms, I wouldn't fear that because it's like natural.
Oh, yeah.
But you can't
But,
take like he told me. He's trying to convince me. Last time we talked, like
Do you want me to be there for you?
we
I'll
text,
babysit
we
you.
text a lot, but far as
I'm
like
actually available this weekend.
In person.
No, next weekend.
in person, he
And
was
it's
telling
payday.
me that what I would take would do nothing, but you're gonna have a panic attack because you're already thinking you're gonna have a panic attack. And I'm like, I don't like that. He's like, you shouldn't. He goes, but you're already thinking you're gonna have a
You're
panic attack.
a self-defeating prophecy.
He's like, so you're gonna give yourself a panic
self-fulfilling prophecy.
attack. And he was like, it would take me. He was 50 of.
Dude, we
what-
gotta drug him.
He said it would take me 50
Just
of
gotta
what I'm
stick
gonna
it into his
give you
drink.
for me to fix something. So he's like, trust me. It's
Would
not
you be mad if we just drugged you?
unless the drugging was like to knock me out.
No, if we like put we
Like-
made some mushroom tea,
Like that.
Yeah, that would fuck me up. I'd be so mad.
But you wouldn't know.
you wouldn't know.
I'd be fucked up.
But you wouldn't know.
We wouldn't.
You'd
I'd
wake
give
up,
you.
you'd be like,
I'd
"What
give you as much as the
happened?"
shit.
Like, you.
All I need is the
Do you
product
think
and the
everybody-
permission from your
do you-
shaman,
Do you think everybody?
and I'll drug the shit out of you.
Do you think everybody on drugs would be happier and say hello to everybody then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So you're on
you're
shrooms.
so
All I've ever
weed.
heard is like weed is like way more specific about like who you are and how you handle it. Like you have to like some people weed will just always give them anxiety. Some certain strains will give people weed. You just have to know so much more about your body when it comes to weed. Whereas mushrooms, for the most part, have had relatively the same effects on people. They're hallucinogenic to an extent. They make you they're euphoric. They help release hormones in your brain and in your body. Like they have like scientifically tested results that. But weed is a little bit more like there's just more room to play with when it comes to that. So like some people like just can't handle smoking it, so they'll only ever eat it. Some people can't eat it and will only smoke it. Some people like I don't feel edibles like at all. Like I have an iPad, but pretty high percentages. It's just
Oh, we'll make you feel it.
I don't doubt it. I've never had like 100 milligram edible, but I've had like I think 50 is the most I've had one sitting, and I barely felt it. But that's just like how my body
Have you done it
processes
with
that
other
kind of
people all that
stuff.
time? Do they feel it?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I don't like about weed and edibles and stuff like that. You never know how much you're gonna get.
You never do edibles first because you can't pause an edible. Once you've
Motherfucker,
eaten the
did-
edible, you can't
Did
just
I
be
say
like, I
do
don't.
it first? I'm just talking about the measurements and stuff. You don't know. That's my.
Well, you don't worry. It's not.
that was my
They
question
sell
about-
tablets, which, I mean, I think you should take tablets. That way you know exactly how much you're getting, and you can do a sativa.
Well, I'm not
do
a big edible
hybrid.
guy anyway. I don't like the feeling of edibles. They drag on too long for me.
Dude, it's fucking great.
I don't like how long they last. I would rather just re-up every once in a while than have to like.
It'd be the same
sit
thing.
through it.
Like if you couldn't smoke on a plane, like if you're on a long plane
Yeah,
ride,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you take those really quick.
Well, I'm
it's
not,
fucking
like-
great
I'm not like that. I don't.
And
I don't need weed to fly on a plane.
for.
The bigger thing for me is
I don't need weed either, but it's more enjoyable.
I know, but the bigger thing for me is like nicotine. It's like I have to chew gum.
What about
with the
you guys
edible.
ever think about exercising for those feelings of happiness? That's what they
it
try
won't
to-
replicate that.
They try to push that a lot.
Well, yeah, exercising
does
will make you
not.
feel better for sure. It's like one of those highest cause of mental recovery. It's
I
just
know that it
looking and
helps.
feeling
like
better.
I get depressed sometimes if I'm planning on going swimming and we don't get to. I'm all pissed off because like even though I don't want to swim because I'm tired, getting done with it and everything and feeling it, I do feel a little bit more rejuvenated. But do you think again you're talking about everybody being like a certain way, like we're all taught to be happy? You're saying what if people did other things, like everyone did mushrooms, would everyone be happy? If you
No, it's not for
if
everybody. Some
everybody
people don't
worked
need
out-
it. Obviously, like clearly, some people are just fine.
I know, but
There has to be a
I'm saying in general.
baseline, right? Not everybody needs.
I
certain
think if everybody's gonna do it, they'd have to do it at their own pace. It can't be like, hey, it's one size fits all. Like
That's the problem with
he was explaining, if you don't want to smoke it, which some people don't want to smoke it because it hurts your lungs, it does damage on your lungs, it smells weird, so you want to eat it or whatever. Some people don't want to eat it because they don't get that feeling of being high almost instantly.
for what
You have to. So with edibles, you have to play a waiting
Or
game.
edibles.
Edibles, it takes usually it's like 30 minutes for me. I'll try and eat it without.
But it also depends
without
on
it.
like if you've eaten stuff before.
That's what I was
the
gonna say.
kind-
I try not to eat before an edible. I'll eat the edible and then I'll eat during the edible because I'll know I'm high. I don't need to eat that much. Whatever. And also it's more intensifying, so you can digest it faster. And
with
it's a little
edibles,
more-
I don't like that you don't know how much you're getting in each bite.
That's what I'm saying. There's tablets. They're pills.
That's why like
They look like fish oil pills.
people
No,
get
they
Are you talking about?
they look like
are they
allergy pills.
Oh, they're like those, like dust, almost.
I
Like you could
fucking
break
I
them up.
snuck some in my allergy pills.
Like if you
on
want
the
to, you could
plane.
mash it up and snuff it.
I'm pretty sure you could. Yeah.
Ugh. Cool, but ugh.
It's just a tablet. It's just a
No,
dry
I agree.
tablet.
I think it's fine putting it in my mouth. I just am now picturing crushing. Needed to know that to know it's like consistency.
Yeah,
I
it's a weird way to put it, but
Yeah, so I can put it in a cone. I can shove
that's
my
why I'm
ass
weird
crack.
about like people
Hoop
getting
Mhm.
getting weed nuggets or
Drip it in my put
mushroom
it in water,
pieces
drip it in
and
my
stuff.
eyes.
Every time I take it, I don't know if I'm taking the exact amount because you don't. You're not going to take the exact.
Well,
amount
don't do
each time.
edibles then. I know you're a big foodie.
But if I take mushrooms, I'm saying the
I'm sure there's
microdosing,
something-
they get put in pill capsules.
there you go. Yeah, so it's measured.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be the exact measurement each time.
well, they're not
And I'm
crushing up a mushroom and putting it in a pill. They're taking the psilocybin out of the mushroom and putting it in a pill.
Well,
They're not like
It'll-
taking a
dude,
mushroom.
it'll be within like
well, that's like
microns.
when I was doing weed oil, I would always have to like drip it
well, that's like weed oil. That's a way less specific form of.
into a capsule, and I always hated the idea that I want to take. That's why people are like, "Why do you?" My mom like will get mad. Why do you trust aspirin and stuff? Well, aspirin says I'm getting 250 milligrams of this.
You're not.
You think it's different too?
It's of course.
It can't be exactly the same every time. The
Nothing can
machines
be
wear
exact.
out. Things
Well,
are
things-
miscalculated.
dust falls
and
off.
Yeah, dust is measurable. I mean, and that's just the ideas I threw out were like huge. Like things could be miscalibrated or whatever, but you're getting roughly about that.
And your body can absorb it at a different rate. Like the consistency of like the sugar contained within the pill that need to fill it out is like slightly different, so that your body eats way more sugar before it actually eats the medicine. Like there's a billion different like things, so nothing is exact. You just kind of have to do it. That's why I would always recommend hitting a pen or smoking.
No, I wouldn't hit a pen first. I think that's too strong.
Smoking weed is the best way to start. Is smoking out of a pipe or just hitting a joint. Don't hit a blunt. Just a joint or a pipe, and because that way you
I
can
would say make it kind of like a longer pipe. That way it doesn't burn your throat instantly.
And what are you using it for? For calmness, to be
It depends
happy
on
with life?
That's different for everybody. I'm using it to
Personal
help quiet
preference.
my mind, so I'm not like overthinking everything all the time. Like
slows down my thoughts.
See, that's why I take Xanax, and people don't get that. But it's weird.
lets me
'cause
let things go
There's
easier.
a Xanax documentary that a lot of the people that are on Xanax say they take it because it slows down their thoughts. But Xanax isn't meant to do that. It's meant for relaxation, like in that moment of going on a plane. It's not meant to take daily like I take it. I'm basically addicted to it because my body wants it now. If I don't take it, my body will start feeling weird or whatever, which sucks because you hate to be like, yeah, I'm an addict, but you basically are an addict because
You have a dependency on
you
it.
have a dependency on it.
I was just talking to my coworker about this today.
About what?
About different words for addict.
Mm.
You have a habit, you have dependency, and then one was tolerance, but I don't understand that one. But yeah, I definitely looked up addiction in the thesaurus today. It was weird.
Would you look at, was it Cinnamons?
No, he said something, and I was like, "Oh, you have an addiction to it." Oh, because we were actually talking about smoking his vape pen, not weed, but vape pen.
Yeah.
I was like, because my boss takes too many breaks smoking his pen, and he blames it on his anger, so he goes right outside the door to smoke it. Yeah,
You guys
I'm like, oh,
fucking
I got
suck.
fucking anger issues too, but whatever. I was like,
Is he mad at you guys?
I don't know, probably. He's a fucking child. So I told Spencer today, I was like, I want to get that taken away, but I don't want you guys to suffer because everybody there vapes, except for me. I don't vape tobacco. Anyway, yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, you guys are going to suffer. And
I
he's like,
smoke
yeah,
from
if I...
cigars like a man.
Fucking nerds.
You guys don't know right now. We're all smoking fat stogies.
Fat
I smoke my
cigars.
stogies where I want.
So, yeah, I was like,
Fucking nerds.
You seen that thing where Arnold Schwarzenegger's talking about, look at me, I can't remember the whole thing he says, but at one point he's like, I smoke my stogies where I
Oh, you're
want.
talking about Arnold?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
saw that.
so,
I don't get what that's from, but
He's like, he's got the glasses on,
Yeah.
sitting back in the chair. and
it's a
he's
very,
like,
it's a very Andrew Tate like delivery. He's very,
But it's like from like the 80s or whatever.
it
Yeah,
was
It's
like
really
hella
funny.
big and shit.
yeah.
Like buff.
Oh, look it up.
So,
All right, the shit's connected to your thing, so
Yeah,
we'll.
we'll let Adam finish what
I
he's
know.
talking
That's
about.
why you just look it up while he's.
So
finishing.
Spencer was like, yeah, I'd get hella irritated and pissed off if I couldn't like smoke this, after an
That's because
hour or
he's that.
something.
He's
Yeah,
addicted.
I said, I was like,
I wake
oh,
up in the
you're
morning with a
addicted.
fucking massive headache, not because I'm tired, because I haven't had nicotine
Yeah,
in 6
I was
hours.
like, you're addicted. And then I looked up.
I
different
really
words.
don't like people that are clearly addicts that aren't willing to admit they're addict. I'm an addict. I'm addicted to nicotine. I'm completely chemically dependent on it. Like if I didn't have it, that's what happens. That's what nicotine is there for. If I didn't have it, I'd go into withdrawal. That's what it means to be an addict, right?
How our mics are set up, only you're gonna hear it.
That's why I was gonna probably look it on my phone.
It don't matter.
I'll say it's. I have it.
I'll show
but
you later.
Um,
I smoke my stogies what I want.
Introduce me something really good, and I know what the next question is. You're digging in deep all the time. I don't know. I'm reading whatever you're saying.
did you? You said you wanted to talk something about schools.
Well, I mean, we're on the subject of drugs making us content
Drugs.
and making us
Which are
happy
good,
and making
which are
us
bad.
content. So I don't know if you
Drugs.
wanted to keep covering something like that because we're just talking.
We just tag him, bro.
So
I smoke my stogies.
I don't
what
know,
want.
man. It would be very interesting for you to actually smoke with us, and we could roll up a joint.
I could just buy a pre-roll.
Yeah,
I think people
That'd probably be the best.
huh?
That'd probably be the best.
people have told me that
You get the most
they think that
consistent ratio.
I would just
Good tasting weed.
wig out.
No,
No.
I mean, I really think that you would contribute to that because you probably get inside your head.
But I think me
you-
and Adam are the right people to have there with you. Like, if
I don't think
if
there-
Donnie was there with you, right, Donnie might give you a hard time or shit. Me and
I don't
Adam
think
are
there-
probably
I
gonna
don't
baby
think
the shit
there's
out of
right
you
people
to an extent.
Period.
honestly, what
I
I
think
would
I wouldn't feel good with anybody with me.
what I would like to do
I'm
is
scared regardless.
smoke, and then we could just play video games, or we could watch videos, do reaction videos.
Watch a movie, watch some
I'd be all
MST3K.
fucked up. There's times
You know what
around-
makes MST3K
Don't
funnier?
know.
No, it's funny because
Being
because
stoned.
they're funny.
No, it's way funnier.
What you say?
You don't know.
Now you know.
And all you'd have to do is take one small hit to where you cough a little bit, and that'd be great. And you just
I've tried
you'd
it.
chill.
I
You'd
tried to take
fucking-
hits.
Your hair would grow into dreads. You know, everything in your house would get
You'd
red,
mellow
yellow,
out.
and black,
I
green.
while I was off my
Fuck one,
medication
brethren.
because of my fucking insurance and it was horrible. I was dabbling with I think I spoke about it before with weed oil and all that. And he was like, "Yeah, man." He doesn't talk like that. He was a straight laced older white guy, probably about
Was it the guy that was selling you the
50,
Harlequin or
60?
whatever?
Yeah.
So this was years ago.
yeah. And he was like, "I got Harlequin and pill
Droplet.
vape form,
Vape?
whatever the fuck you guys smoke."
Yeah, I mean,
And he's like,
Oil
"You could
stills.
smoke it," and he
Resin.
the biggest thing he tries to tell me is that it could be like Xanax. It's like when you're feeling worked up, just go out,
Take a little puff puff.
have a little bit of, a couple inhales, and then you'll feel better. You'll feel chill,
dang, you're getting stoned, bro.
and and the idea of it sounded great because I was like, that'd be awesome because I don't have Xanax at the moment. I'm not on anything.
You're not you. You're not you when you're sober.
Yeah.
Take a little break of that Kit Kat bar. Now you're
So-
looking at it. You think I'm gonna just shove it in your mouth and just?
Why do you
No.
have it in a bag?
I just like having it.
See what's bad to me? I'm fat. I right
Carrying
now
like
what I
7
crave.
Do you have
things.
anything to drink?
What I craved is
Yeah,
Besides water?
I'm gonna grab some drink. So yeah.
what I craved.
Thank you.
What
Whatever
I
surprised me.
What I craved was
Thank you.
Oreos right now. I'm fat. I hate.
Just surprise me.
That's completely different. You don't have to surprise me with different meats.
make you.
Dang.
This is a little bit orange. It's some orange juice and vodka. I call it orange vodka. That's on The Office.
our stogies, drinking our.
But anyways, I tried to hit it. Like I really did because he was trying to practice with me. Crystal was practicing with me, and
She's like, you gotta do like this.
she was taking it, and it wasn't fucking her. Her eyes were getting red and getting a little tired. But I'd go like, like really fast. Like I was hella
It's
nervous.
because Crystal smokes on the daily. She's
Yeah.
just the eye drops.
That's how I never know she's in there.
That good That's why she hasn't divorced.
You really brought a plethora of stuff out here.
Damn.
Yeah, but all the mixed drinks.
You got? Did you get every version of Capri Sun?
I think not even really on purpose.
That's funny.
I think you did. Yeah, you did. You got every fucking.
I'll take this.
You got Pacific Cooler, kiwi, strawberry, and fruit. Jesus.
Safeway
Luckily, my
signature.
luckily my
Select.
son's out of school now, so
You don't need no lunches.
he don't need no
That boy
Capri
don't eat.
Suns.
Look, you see how skinny he is?
That's because he be hitting the
He's
weights.
aerodynamic.
Has he?
Yeah.
Has he really been? Has he been hitting those weights?
No,
over there? Can
God,
you lift
no.
those?
Yeah, he could, like, he's moved them for me before. Like,
But can you like lift?
curl a 25-pounder?
He rolled
No.
25.
Well, again.
You really think my son could curl a
I wanna see.
25-pounder?
Best there is challenge.
We'll hook you up today if you could curl a 25-pounder, little boy.
I gotta do it later.
He can't.
Log in.
Can you curl a 25-pounder? You can probably.
Yes, I can.
Whoa. How
Now
many
I have to
times?
prove myself.
Jesus. What'd you say?
How many times?
Prove
Slow down.
it.
Slow down. You're using momentum. Don't move your
Don't
shoulders.
sway your back. Up.
Dang, I need you to put your back against this wall because I see you going.
Two and one girl push-up. Oh, yeah. Feel it.
Oh, I can see the beard
Feel
growing.
it.
I was talking to him earlier about it too.
Do it.
It's
Let's see
growing-
what it looks like.
It's growing. That's what my whole thought process. It's growing bigger than it was last time.
That's all Declan needs to do is get some heavy-ass weights and just hit them. Because you'll bulk up. You don't need to trim down.
Well, yeah, because I've already lost all. I've already cut all the fucking weight.
Like me, I have to bulk up because I have extra skin.
Why do you have to bulk up?
Because I have all this skin from when I lost all my weight from COVID.
You're just gonna have to cut it off.
I want to. You know what I want to cut
I'll
off?
suck it out of you
My
with a straw.
my fucking
Love handles.
love handles and my titties. I want to cut them off. Actually, my boobs are getting a little bit better, but still want them gone. I can feel the heat.
I got into CalFit free Monday. Craig let me in.
Crystal has a pass for me to go. So
Are you serious? She's your mom, huh?
No, I fucked up all those plans, dude. I had 20. Well, actually, me and a friend that are not friends anymore, we
Who?
got on a plan together
Who?
that
Who?
was
Who?
$24 a year at 24.
Who?
And we got grandfathered into it. So we had it for like 12 years. And all I paid was 24 a month. That's it. Or a year. 24 a year. It was crazy. But I think since I was on his and we had a fallout, I don't think I'd be able to keep doing it.
Who?
CalFit, I was on my mom's. Mom's was hella cheap. And then
aren't
while I
you
was
on
on
it now?
then I was on Crunch
Are you talking about your
before our
gym?
wedding. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
for our wedding we were at Crunch.
How much weight did you lose for the
Sam
wedding?
and them. I don't know. I
Dude,
lost weight. Though.
I fucking A. My
I
regular,
wasn't, but I wasn't focusing on certain things though.
My regular regimen, if I really go back to hitting the weights like hard, it was 6 days a week. It was Monday was light upper body. Tuesday was core. Wednesday was light lower body. Thursday was heavy upper body. Friday was core. Saturday was heavy lower body. So that way you're building a good foundation with the high reps, and then with the low reps you're starting to build muscle.
Declan doesn't really work out, so
Yeah,
I'm asking
You've
you
lost
this.
my interest.
I'm asking you this question.
like I understand
Does
all
it
this
affect-
shit.
When you're working out a lot, like back then, would you want to do more like weed and shit like that, or would it be the same? It don't matter.
Dude, I was smoking.
My sister's boyfriend says it helps open. Sister's ex-boyfriend says it helps opened up his lungs or whatever.
That's fucking weird.
I
That's
don't
weird.
understand that concept.
I don't get it
But
either.
To me, weed makes everything better because you're chill.
You sound like fucking Donnie, but
Well,
I'm talking
okay,
about, like,
here's the
working
thing.
out,
Dude,
though.
you go through anxiety. I do too. It's just at a much lower level. And weed does help that in some situations. Again, and it's like,
But I'm talking about it's like your chest. It's like smoking your chest, and you're working out, so it feels like it would hurt. What? It hurt.
He couldn't handle my stogie because I smoke him around.
I'm sorry. Can you,
Like
you're
like
saying
your
does
chest-
smoking hurt working out?
Like I wouldn't want to work out after I smoked, or if I worked out, I wouldn't want to smoke after I worked
You're
out.
not like delirious, bro. You're not like in.
No, I
No,
get
it's
what he's
about-
saying.
it's about smoking,
Is he
inhaling
going to
it.
be too lazy? Okay, there was two different questions or statements in there. I don't want to smoke before I work out because you might be too lazy, and I don't want to smoke after I work out
Well, even
because
that,
it
your
might
chest is
set you
full
back.
of. It's been going through some shit, and then you go work out to go run or something,
No.
and then you have the desire to because your endorphins.
You're not
are all
gonna-
up
you're not gonna
from
die
working
from
out. It's
smoking
like,
something
do I
once.
need?
The only thing, well, that part takes dedication because like when you start first getting high, you're probably going to get munchies and you're not going to be able to control it because you're just
Munchies.
fucking. It's like the flavors are intensified. You feel super hungry, but then like
That's why I don't eat.
yeah.
Pilot towards
Yeah,
snacking.
so what I'd like to do is I'll eat before I smoke That way,
Yeah.
in my head, I know I already ate, and then
Or get like
you'll
healthy
feel-
snacks, like because you don't give a shit what you're fucking eating. I don't care. Usually, if it's like whatever, like if
I
it's
eat a
like
dick. I don't care.
I'll suck a dick. I don't give a shit. When I'm high, anything goes.
So yeah,
No, like they had like these stupid ass rice crackers. I'd eat them. I
so
was fucking
The
stoned.
fuck is a rice cracker? You mean like a?
They were like
the things that one house gives out on Halloween.
yeah, the shitty things that nobody
rice,
fucking wants.
rice cakes, the little circles.
Yeah, those are rice crackers.
non-flavored Rice
Oh,
Krispies.
you get like a cinnamon one though. Those are good.
No, yeah, it was like
No,
they're
just
usually
the
like
plain
the
Rice
flavor.
Krispies.
You're talking about the circle Rice Krispies?
Or you put like peanut butter on them. That's actually how they gotta.
Oh my
I
god!
can see that.
You
You
probably
have to-
you probably eat fucking what
But
the
they're
English
like
eat in the
fucking-
morning: beans and
Absolutely not.
They're like
I
starter-
eat an egg.
eggs and beans and something.
Nope, just an
bread.
egg.
one
Two
egg.
eggs.
Oh,
That's like
I
my
need to
normal.
start getting
Actually,
up
2
early.
eggs and some naan bread. That's probably or naan, I guess, because
I,
naan means bread.
lot of this stuff for like your mood and to feel better and stuff. A lot of things are about eating, and of course, breakfast is the first thing. And I'm
About
back-
fornicating.
I remember being
I
in
like that.
an IOP. You had to fill out a thing. They really want us to eat flaxseed a lot.
Ew.
You don't taste it. You don't taste
Just a
it.
handful of flaxseed.
Yeah, no. You just throw it.
Yeah,
you could throw it in your salad and shit. They swear.
You throw it in your soda.
No, I've
you
had
really
like
could,
my
though, because I know
sister's
those
been like, "Hey,
Chinese-
try this smoothie I made." It's just like drinking
You don't-
sand.
You don't taste really.
It's really like
Dude, you
mud,
guys are
dude.
high.
It's so gross, dude.
Flaxseed will get grinded.
You can
up.
imagine that, like drinking like wet sand.
It's
is what it
not.
tastes
I've
like.
had it. I've
I
had
can
it.
imagine eating wet sand and drinking it.
But
And it tastes like blueberries, only slightly. Tastes a lot like wood.
the guy that comes in and teaches a lot about
Sea
diet,
salt flavored.
probably out of the I don't know 3 months I was there, I saw him probably about 4 times. He would come as a special guest.
Now, is this your? Is
This
your
IOP.
Oh, I thought this was your, I thought this was your
program.
druid, not your shaman, but your
I
druid.
thought you were talking about
Your
SPW.
priest.
I'm sorry.
SPW wrestling?
Yeah, I thought you were talking about that.
No,
Are you still going to that?
I record now. There.
Yeah, now he's got a big Mister behind
I
the
do- I
camera.
do the
guy.
vi- the
he's the cameraman.
video
Wave
camera.
at the cameraman.
Oh, I thought you were talking on there, not those two corny ass dudes.
I'm trying to. I work with them.
Those are his bosses, bro. Don't you
Damn.
disrespect them.
I'm working with them, but who knows? Maybe someday.
I'm gonna.
Have they asked
Hey, you know
you-
Ernie Enriquez? They're like, who? Oh, you mean the guy that works for us?
Oh, you mean that chump?
You mean bitch
Anyway,
boy?
so the guy, like one time, I finally was like, "Okay, what makes you feel good in the morning and you're happy?" And
a
I'm like, "What
blowjob.
do you eat that's really good?" And he's like, "Well, I start
Pussy.
off with a big bowl of oats," and he lost me, dude. Like I remember telling that to my mom.
I like
Mom
to have
was
some
laughing 'cause
granola.
It's weird, like a bowl of oats.
I like grits in the morning.
And he's like, I throw because what they do, I forgot what religion they are there. A lot of them, they only eat 2 meals. They basically fast a little bit.
Ew.
They eat a breakfast around lunch, kind of, and then they don't eat
called a
again
brunch.
until like later. I guess.
what even is that?
What
You,
a brunch?
Flash says that. In,
Huh?
Flash says that in the.
Oh.
What a stupid show.
But
no, in the movie.
oats.
Even
He's like
worse.
No,
blueberries.
it is even worse. It's in Justice
Wait,
League.
is it out yet?
When he's it's in Justice League when he's talking to Batman. He's like, brunch. What even is that? Brunch? It's the weirdest, most Josh Whedon
Flash is the best
Whedoniest
part
line.
of all the movies.
Is it Joss Whedon's line?
Yeah, it's in the Josh Whedon one.
I don't know what.
Like when he
parts-
lands on her tits.
He's definitely
Ooh.
gonna kill it in his movie. Everybody's gonna fucking lose their minds
I love it.
and love the Flash.
I heard it's really boring in the beginning, and then like near the end, it's really good. It's just the CGI is fucking horrible. But what I think is by the time it releases, they might fix the CGI.
Probably not.
I'm-
Within a week,
it
right?
falls under
When I went-
a doubt.
When I went to go see Spider-Man, I almost pulled the fucking left
I
turn
pulled almost a Pee Wee Herman in there.
and went stop. And almost went to the They were having an early showing of Transformers, and I was
No
like, "What the
way.
fuck,
I want to see it. I heard it's really good.
dude?" Optimus Prime looks
Optimus Prime.
perfect.
Optimus Prime.
Give me your face. No, Optimus Prime looks like his Gen 1 boxy ass self, dude. That's still the best part of Bumblebee, man. Is that first, like, 3 minutes of
While
that
they're
fucking
on
movie.
Cybertron?
Yeah.
Has there even been a movie on Cybertron yet?
No.
Yes and no.
Not, yes. They've teleported Cybertron. to Earth.
Yeah, I was gonna say number 3. It starts
Fuck,
off
dude.
with them fighting over Cybertron, and
Those
then-
movies are like embedded in my brain.
You watched all of them?
No.
I wanted to.
I've seen all but the
Some
fifth
dude
one.
on Facebook
night one? I didn't
laid
see
them
the
all
night
out
one.
and was like, "I'm gonna watch all these." He's like,
Talking about RJ Robinson.
"No, not
Dude,
RJ.
he's irritating me, and I want to say something.
Is this
every
one of your
time.
guys' like
It's in the
Facebook beef guys? Where you-
inner sanctum."
one of your like local nerds. You guys want to beat the fuck
He's not local. This is a
fucking
big group,
nerds.
right?
Fucking
He
nerds
posts on
washing your
his group,
dishes.
like
Every
it's his
day, 3
fucking
times.
journal.
Hey
Dear
guys,
Captain's log. I went and watched 3 movies today. All excellent. It's like, come on.
Well, that's
man.
why I didn't want to mention his name, but I was telling Ryan that I was annoyed that he did a Waka Flocka. What's her name? Athena?
And what?
Aquafina.
Aquafina, the Asian actress. He's like appreciation thread, and he did like 5-6 pictures of her from different movies. I'm all knock this shit
That's
off.
a weird person to be thirsty for.
I don't think he gets thirsty for women though. He's really into My Little Ponies. They're like in this.
She's like awkwardly.
Who the
She's kind of attractive.
Not
Like
too
she's like weirdly attractive. Aquafina to me.
Aquafina.
Sorry, my brain like lost who the fuck we were talking about and then restarted who we were talking about. Yeah, no, she's fucking.
Marijuana affects.
She's a person that I hope finds success in love and life.
You
I
wouldn't
don't-
like her to find love with you.
Not
think-
necessarily.
I think her personality probably just makes her better looking. It's like one of those things.
I
'cause
feel like
she's
she
funny.
tries too
Hey, if
hard.
somebody's willing to like
be funny.
bankroll me, shit.
Like, dude,
dog.
she's hella good in Rhea, even though she's a voiceover.
she's a
She's
weird
hella
dragon.
funny. Yeah, she's hella funny in Rhea.
She's fun. Isn't she someone in Little Mermaid too?
I'm not gonna go see that.
Racist.
Dude
Why
hates
am
black
I
people,
racist, dude?
You don't like black people.
I haven't seen
This
any.
man clearly
I haven't
doesn't-
seen
Any black
of,
people? What?
any of the live action remakes.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, it's kind of weird for Disney to be like, you know what we should
This is
do?
ruining my childhood, and even then, those
You didn't go
movies
see
weren't good
the
back then.
Mulan?
I never liked. I did like Mulan. I didn't like Little Mermaid.
Because you're a boy.
Lion King was okay to me.
You didn't-
Lion King was amazing.
I didn't say it wasn't a good movie.
You said it was okay to me.
You said it was okay.
Bro,
I
you
just
said
didn't
it
like
was
it.
okay.
I'm sorry. I was too busy
Fucking
watching
nerd.
Pounder Rangers.
Power Ranger.
I think said Pounder Rangers.
No, the way I used to say it was Pounder.
I was watching
Pounder
porn
Rangers.
while you all were watching Lion King.
Probably.
Well, y'all
I
are
learned about
having
the circle of
premarital
life a way different way than you did.
Well, y'all are having premarital sex. I studied the Blade. You ever seen that before?
Nope.
It's like a long. You know what copy pasta is?
baby.
It's a long copy pasta. It's like. Well, you guys are having premarital sex. I studied the Blade. Now, in your time of need, you come to me for help. Ha! It's just like the most edgy thing ever.
I told the bitch I'm him. Quit playing.
I
You guys
see-
heard that song?
Nope.
Oh my god.
I don't listen to that kind of music. That sounded vulgar.
You're not him.
You know, like, stop.
That's what it's
All
from.
my friends always were like, "You ain't him," and I'm like, "You guys
not
got."
him.
What is that?
I got that dog in
It's
me,
from the
bro.
song. I told
I was thinking of
It's just also just an
homie
expression.
from the Lakers.
It just means you're not like
where he's yelling, "I'm him."
you're not.
That's-
Yeah, I'm
You're
being. I'm
That's what
him.
it is. It's just
You're the number
Adam
one. You're the
Warlock?
best.
Adam
You're the
Warlock?
goat.
there you go.
You're the goat. You're him.
If that's your him to you,
He's called him.
No, Ernie. Michael Jordan is the basketball him.
like God, to me, that's him. He's him.
But God's not a him.
It's a
She
it.
could be
It's
a
they,
she.
them.
She could be a she.
God is.
Anyway,
One
I
of
told the
us.
bitch I'm him. Quit playing.
What if God was one of us?
She's a stranger.
Just
on
a stranger
On
on
a
a
bus.
bus.
Could be sponsored by Capri Sun.
Stick it up your pee hole.
Could be.
God, man. I have a.
Dude, the straw's already like pee hole size. It's got like a pee hole
So
entry
let's
point.
let's get into this. You said you wanted to.
I don't want to talk about school. I have bad memories that I don't want to bring up about
I
school.
mean,
You guys can sit here and mull
I
about
would have
school
done
if
it if
you'd
we
like.
started from it. But it was a
But
good.
now we here.
But now we at the 40-minute mark.
it's fine. We'll start over real quick.
I didn't want.
None of this
Welcome,
has been
investors.
recorded. Ernie, has this been recording?
You were saying
Yes.
something about trying to get big, but you might have to do it on somebody else's. Like,
my wiener.
no.
I was talking. I was gonna have one about quitting, just quitting in life, like I told Declan, like your job.
Yeah, but I don't
your
want to talk.
career.
I just want to. I don't want to sit here and maul about negative stuff.
But that's life. Life is full of it, man.
Yeah, but I don't want to sit here and just maul about it and be like,
Life is full. Life is full of downs.
jerk off about how
downs
sad
and
and
ups.
pathetic we all are.
I want to make my life happen, but I can't do it without people. Who knows? I may have to try to do it alone, maybe by myself.
Well, yeah. As far as like Chris always goes, just make your own podcast. Don't rely on people. Because like I try to get a whole like Declan's only available certain days. You've been fucking gone. Usually you're the one that's pushing me, but you've been like I think doing softball and work.
Yeah, I've been modifying my car.
Rodney, I always want on here, but he never wants to come out here. And if he does, he just wants to watch wrestling. But Rodney has good talks with me over fucking Discord. So one of these times, I'm just going to fucking record it because we'll be talking about life and shit.
Should probably tell him.
Nope. I'll tell him
It's
afterwards.
illegal.
Tell him afterwards. Be like, and thank you for listening to us. Rodney be like, what? And I'm like, you heard me? You were live this whole time.
That's
Got
super.
you.
The camera's right there pointing at you. You're live.
That's the good one. Come on.
Everyone get out of here.
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutch.
You're on candid camera.
The cooch.
But yeah, but I told Chris, I think Rob Dyrdek does a podcast where he just sits there and talks by himself. And I think sometimes it's just boring to hear people talk by themselves. It's like,
Depends on who's talking.
I don't know. I mean, I could talk by myself forever. I've done live feeds where I talk and I'm just like rambling, but it's not as fun. Is that Dream On with Ramble On?
No, that's Ramble On by Led Zeppelin.
Oh.
I got to ramble on. Sing that song.
I'd rather bounce off somebody and talk to them, but it's just how it is. What do you do?
Restarted the podcast.
Deleted everything.
And put us in the Matrix.
halfway through the first podcast, I realized this was like some way out, so I had to pop it back in, and it clearly like made an audio difference. So I just I had to say
You
something.
know,
about it.
I had an idea for a different kind of a podcast today. And it's really kind of like a stupid, interesting idea.
All
We
right.
could be doing,
All
you
right,
guys
all
be in
right.
here talking, and then we just run a microphone all the way out to my car where I'd be working on it, and I'd just be commentating with you guys, and you'd be cussing and all this shit.
That's why we should just do it on Discord, so you can just have your headphones in while you work on your car, and we
But
can hear
I
all
would
the
like everyone
It'd
to
still be the company and the experience. You come out there and and we're going
Yeah, but-
live without them. I don't know.
Nah.
But I would like everyone to
You like
sound
to do the
similar.
minimalist.
No,
still
I
like
just
that.
there's no reason to do all that. That's like
And
way
it's
too
easier
much.
to play off each other when you see each other's face. And
Yeah, I'm
High-
fine with it
high
doing it
five.
live, but if he wants to work at his car while we're doing it, that's a whole other problem.
I mean,
You can't just be like, yeah, pull your car up and string on
dream until
him.
your dreams come true.
I barely understand how this works. I'm not gonna try to fucking worry about all that garbage.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird and just trying to find myself in life right now. Like,
I think
What's it called?
Have you looked in the mirror?
Aerosmith. No. Yes. Aerosmith's Dream On hits so hard to me right now. Oh my God, dude. It's like,
your dreams
he looks in the mirror. All these lines are getting thicker, dude. All my lines, all my wrinkles.
Dream
Hit his white switch. Mentioning Aerosmith.
That song's
I
a
think
fucking
what it is
banger,
like-
dude. But that song's like such a played out banger, though. It's just
But
what are you trying to do?
but listen to the lyrics. Though.
what?
I have
What
to- I
do
have
you
to-
want to be? Who do
I
you
want
think you
a
are?
voice.
What are you trying to be? Are you just
I would love to do this.
I
This is
just-
podcasting. I love to do voiceovering.
I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately.
what is that?
I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately.
All I have to do is take it and make me.
Anything along those lines, I would like to work somehow into pop culture. Anything
Like,
like
you wouldn't try, like you like podcasting.
I
try
don't-
and get
I-
on a radio station. Like maybe
the radio's dying.
Wrestling
Is
commentary.
it? Because 98 Rock was doing podcasts. They had their own podcast and they had their own show.
How's that going for them though?
They all got fired, to be honest with you.
But I just think
They'll get fired because they weren't needed anymore. Because they were.
I don't know, dude. They just like one got let go, and then they ended up firing all of them except for the girl that had just had a baby.
yeah,
Because
they didn't want that to happen, to fall on their shoulders.
I follow her on Facebook.
She-Hulk.
She's okay.
Would you bake her a cake?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to do stuff like that in the realm of pop culture. I don't get like my biggest thing I always tell everybody is, when do you stop wanting to be an astronaut? You know, we all grew up wanting
I
to
never
be.
wanted to be an astronaut.
We all grew up wanting to do something, and there's those kids that are like, I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a cowboy. When do you give up on your
I want to be a cowboy, baby.
See, Kid Rock wrote that down and it happened. When do you get to the point where you
Sorry.
give when you give
seen
up?
the old man that says that, and then he swings on. You've seen this, like, they're like, it's like a steering wheel.
No.
It's on like a kid's gymnasium. Like, hold on to it.
Oh,
Takes
yeah,
you in a
yeah.
circle. And some old man goes, I want to be a cowboy, baby. And then he swings on that and then falls off of it. It's
Jeez,
hella funny. It's like one of those early internet, just like snapshots.
But wasn't there something for everybody in their life that they wanted to be? And what day was it, or when did you just go fuck it?
It's
Like,
on this day.
I wanted to be a wrestler, and then it's like you turn 19, you're like, I'm never gonna be a wrestler. I'm 500 pounds. I can't do this.
I just don't think everybody sees the world the same way as you. I don't think everybody is dreaming like enormously large.
Well, then I feel bad for people that are just
Some people
like,
just want to be fucking happy, bro.
people are just like, I want to work at Blockbuster my whole life, and it's like,
What's wrong
sorry,
with that?
Blockbuster's
Why do you feel bad?
gone
Why do you feel bad?
because they're gone.
Okay.
You heard that gunshot?
That wasn't a gunshot.
They shooting.
There was a gunshot the other
They
night
made
around
you
my
look.
house, and that I knew was a gunshot. I could feel that shit.
Yeah, what I kind of agree with what he said. You are trying to like reach out to like millions of people. That's what it seems like, right?
You're missing the point. You just want to get popular. It feels like.
A voice. I want to
Like,
be.
but like, why do you want to be popular?
I don't know.
That's what I'm.
It might be part of it.
Figure that out.
I want to be
Achieve that,
a
and the rest
voice
will
of
come along
something.
with.
A voice of something, and
Well, you can't just want this arbitrary. Like, I want to be this important figure. You have to find what kind of important
I hope
figure
my
you want to be.
story, just like I hear other stories, I hope my story inspires someone else too. I want.
Well, you gotta figure out what that. You can't just be like, I want to have an inspirational story. I want to be famous. I want to be.
And it's
too
not even about
ambiguous.
famous. Like comic book famous, I always thought was cool because.
Yes. Do you want to write something? Do you want to direct?
Oh, I want to write something.
Well,
I'd love to write, direct, all that stuff would be
figure
great.
out the thing you want to do more
But
than anything else.
I try to
and
figure
achieve it, and
out-
the rest will come along with it.
I just always try to look at what's attainable and what gets done. And a lot of things are locked behind doors. Like, let's say you want to be an artist for Marvel, which I don't. They don't all those artists don't want you to come in because then they have to make room for you. They don't want new artists. Those artists don't want you in there.
Well, that's part of the way the world kind of works.
I know. So that's
So you
why
have to achieve
That'd be the
and
same
work
thing
and
with your wrestling.
struggle.
you have to
and-
make your new thing. Oh, wrestling is a whole different story. I wanted to do wrestling as a hobby, and I had to learn really quick that these guys live it like it's their life. I feel bad because they're not going to go anywhere. They're going to keep going.
Yeah, some people are gonna fail.
99%, 99.9%.
You have to learn to be okay with that. Most people are gonna fail.
And most people, I think, are just content with making $20 a show and whatever. But they also have real jobs on the side. But that's their life. None of these guys.
I know, but
A lot of them don't have a wife and kids, and it's sad because I know if they did, it's hard to do. They wouldn't be able to really do it.
So you've achieved a lot in terms of like compared to other people. Like you have a wife, you have a place to live, you have a growing family.
Well, that's what.
Good relationships with the people around you. Like you have way more than a lot of other people do.
Well-
You don't appreciate that as an accomplishment because you don't realize how much you've worked for that.
Because that's what Ronnie was trying to explain. That like, look at how you got Crystal. He's like, it took work, it took time, blah 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 blah. He's like, you gotta look at that in a certain sense of how you want to get things done, how you want to make things happen. But for me, it seems different because Crystal's like a person, and it's, I don't know, it just seems a lot different. But it's kind of like what you're saying is what he was saying, where you got a wife, a kid, and stuff.
You got a lot more than what other people have in this world.
But you kind of still want something like,
There are a lot of people in this world will go through life with no real friends,
Never
no
find
real
love.
family, nothing. Like, you've got a lot more.
Well, what sucks too is I've lost a lot of friends.
Sure, but that doesn't mean you have to sit here and be pity party about yourself.
No, but it doesn't mean it sucks
But
sometimes.
If anything, you should strive further beyond for them, you know?
I want to get more friends. I want to make more friends, but it's awkward when you're older.
Well, then
hella
stop putting up
awkward.
all these fucking arbitrary barriers for yourself before you even fucking do anything. You're always like, I'm gonna do this thing, but like, there's this thing and this thing and this thing in my way. But so it's like, no, what's even the fucking point? It's like, cool, bro. Like, thanks for telling me anything. It's like, if you have the fucking solution there and you're like refusing to take it, like, what am I supposed to do at that point? Like, no, like, I'm not gonna be able to pull you out of this on my own. I can't just one day be like,
you're like,
has a point.
You're a lot younger than me. Do you have any aspirations? Are you aspiring to do anything?
I want to be happy. That's the number one goal in my life. I don't give a fuck
Because a lot
about
of people ask me, like, what's up with Declan? What is he trying to do right now? And is he working? And all
A lot of people ask you.
All I ever say, like, my family will ask or Donnie will ask. And I say, the only thing I know about Declan is it's
don't.
magic.
Just to be clear.
It's magic. It's Mondays, Saturday,
I
Friday,
have
Saturday.
found certain things in my life that I want that make me happy. So I just want to do.
I think
those
Ronnie
things.
asked too. Ronnie's like, well, what does he fucking want from Magic? Like, does he want to be a professional or something? I go, I don't think so. I go, because we all know that there's no future for Magic players anymore, like what it used to be, where they're rock stars and shit.
Well, it's just not even like you just like you become a pro, but you're not even a pro. You're a streamer that just happens to have built a following by being a pro. So it's like, those are the jobs. You write articles and all this boring shit. And I just want to live a life. I want to live a life that allows me to, with whatever free time I'm allotted, to do what I want to do.
So
And I want to be respected on a daily basis.
So I'm saying the next 5 years.
It's a lot of time, brother.
Okay, next 5 years, if every Monday, Saturday, Sunday you got to play Magic, would you still be happy? Just that's all you were doing for the next 5 years?
Well, there's plenty of other games to play. There's plenty of other things to do. I just want to be able to do what I want.
But to me,
do.
it seems like it would be boring. But that's me because I'm different.
Well,
But
okay,
Hold on,
your
hold on,
existence seems boring. You're like living
Wait a minute. His magic is your wrestling.
no,
Yes, it is. It's his hobby.
It's my hobby.
I have a million hobbies though.
Okay, but that's why it's not getting boring. It's because it's his hobby.
So how would it be my wrestling?
Because if you had the opportunity to keep going, you'd go, right? Even though you're not going to make it big time.
It's just a long
Say
explanation, yes or
nope.
no?
Say if you could drive yourself there and back, didn't have to worry about the money.
And I got to go into the actual ring and wrestle.
Sure,
Yeah, I would do it.
because it's your hobby, and
But
it wouldn't get.
But
boring,
I got a
right?
million other things I do.
But that's
Like,
I'm
I
just
got a bunch
saying,
of other things
my
I do,
point,
too.
My
I play
point
video
is,
games,
you're like,
TV.
you'd be okay with that, and it's like, well, that's his hobby. If the circumstances were different,
But
for
I think
you
I'd
and-
also be looking for. I couldn't. Having a wife and kid, I couldn't make it a main thing. I need to have. I need to
that
eventually
wasn't
bring
my
money in.
point.
This is the problem. He's obfuscating. He does this all the time. When we
Don't know what
talk.
that means.
He's moving on to a different thing that's unrelated, or he's saying something that's kind of related, but that in order to move you on to a different topic, he does it all the time when we talk. He puts up these sort of arbitrary
I think he's
barriers.
trying to
when you-
shift the point.
When you catch him in a corner and you have him in a part where he can't disagree with, he knows the answer and he knows me and you are right, but he won't say it.
I'm not trying to go for right and wrong on this. Just putting that out there. But if the circumstances were different, because Declan has time for this, and I'm sure if you could drive yourself there, you had your own car, you drive yourself there, your life would be a lot different.
No
So
shit.
I'm sure that
I'd probably do a lot of other stuff.
I'm
though.
sure that Crystal would be okay with you having that Monday you would go and doing something, because you'd be more open to doing other things.
Going to
so
dinner.
right then and there, your circumstances are different because you'd be able to drive there. My point is you're like, you wouldn't get burnt out about just playing Magic and not being a rock star, and it's like, no, because it's his hobby. His Magic is your wrestling.
Yeah.
So if
But I don't
you
feel like wrestling.
It'd be nice to have
Wrestling's up there with me. My thing more is podcasting
But
than
my
wrestling.
my point is it's not going to get boring for him because it's his hobby, just like it wouldn't get boring for you.
But see, I don't know. It may get boring.
But that's because. So, Ernie, one thing is, everybody sees the world differently. I see the world differently than you. You see it from him. The problem is, you have a hard time understanding the fact that everybody else sees the world differently when you're applying it in general. different things make different people
I think generally-
happy. Some people, all they want in life is a relationship. They don't care how much free time they have. They don't care how much money they make. As long as they have like a wife to come or a partner to come home to, they're happy. They're satisfied. Some people, all they want is money. They don't need anybody else in their life. That's what make different things. People aspire for different things. It's just, I can't remember who said this. It was one thing that some fucking weird red pillar said that really stuck with me, though, is that it isn't about being the most successful person. It's about being the most successful in a certain area. It's about being responsible in a certain area.
Also, what is success?
It's what you mark it as. It's what the people around you market it as. It's the people that you care about. If they say, yeah, you're successful at that, then
It's the Andrew Tates.
it's the top G's.
But you're
Cause your
saying you worry
Bugatti.
about what people tell you if you're successful? I'm
No.
confused. Because you say like,
not
what-
to worry about
It's
it.
the only people
What
that
is success
the only
to
people that
you?
matter when it comes to success are the people directly related to your wife and your kid and you. Those are the only people's opinions matter. Your parents don't even matter.
Success could be landing your first kickflip. I remember I was pretty happy that day. That was successful. Success could be hitting your first three-pointer.
Making $40,000 a year. That's not a lot of money, but that's good enough.
Success is measured by you, not by somebody else.
so my success is I want to do something I enjoy but make a living off of. I don't need to be rich.
But you have to find what is the thing you enjoy the most.
I enjoy
And then
talking. I
but you-
enjoy being a voice. I
Is
always
there really money
I-
in that?
I don't care.
but a
I
voice
just
for
wanna be
what?
happy when I do it.
You can't just be
Like
a voice.
when I was younger, like I was like, dude, I could be.
Do you want a
Carson
voice to
Daly, you know what
empower?
I mean?
That doesn't
I
make
don't know
any
if you remember Carson Daly.
Yeah, I know who Carson Day is. The Tonight Show.
TRL, hosting, interviewing musicians, top 10 music every fucking day.
MTV host.
MTV. Like that was like,
was
yeah,
before
I
that,
can do
my bad.
this. I can do things like that. I can be a guy that controls a room
Okay,
and
now
talks.
what are you doing to contribute to that?
I try to make podcasts.
That's not.
Try to be
You're not
hosting.
going to be
Are you-
Carson Daly interviewing people. For
I don't,
that.
but see, I don't look up to fucking Carson Daly.
Yeah, but
I'm
are you
talking about-
taking
I'm
the
using that-
classes?
I'm
Are you
using the
informing
example.
yourself about this industry?
But what classes do you take on?
Well, how to edit your shit, how to learn how this works, so it doesn't have to be like a fucking crazy fumble every time something goes wrong.
But I'm saying like far as like talking, and-
Like just saying like I want to
Generating.
There is
talk.
communication classes in college.
Yeah. Marketing classes, so you know how to push your brand. Hey, can you curl one of those weights?
Got him.
The
The
25, the metal ones. Come
uh,
over here, grab it and come over here. Line up against this
We're talking
wall.
about real shit, and you're like making my.
He's out here. Line up against.
Making my
Put your
kid-
back to that wall. Okay. Now curl it like this.
I can't do that.
You can't do it. Can you try?
He knows his limits.
No, I respect that.
making my kid do things while we're sitting here. What do you want to do? Like, what do you want to be? You're fine.
Me?
Yeah, you are. Would
I
you,
enjoy my work as being a mechanic.
you. Can I love you, son?
I do like to tinker with stuff.
Would you like just be happy being a mechanic your whole life?
Oh yeah, dude. Especially because of the location and the circumstances that it's in.
Would you ever
under,
want to open up your own shop or?
That is a big step from being a mechanic, having to oversee other mechanics.
Well, yeah, you can.
Well, sometimes you're just your own. Like,
Not not every.
remember the guy behind the restaurant, Shoffleys? It was usually him and like another guy, and that was it. They just worked on engines and shit.
Yeah, but
like
where's their
that.
business now?
Oh, he ended up selling it. Actually, one of our friends owns it now.
So he's not a mechanic anymore.
No, he retired.
I mean, you're going to retire from something regardless.
He was
Sure,
he was older when he was doing it, but you just don't take on a bunch of people. That's what you do. You work on a good couple good cars, and then you move on to your next person or line them up or whatever. But you don't need a lot of people to oversee it. I'm just saying.
No, it's not necessarily.
I just
you
couldn't,
need
like-
a lot of people.
I couldn't
It's
go
that the-
back
the
and
be successful, yes,
responsibility.
you do.
But the responsibilities also become different. You're not
I
like
don't-
able to be in the
I don't
place
want to
fixing
do
cars. You
I don't
still-
want to do accounting.
managerial shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to
Paying
do the
taxes
books
and shit like
and all
that.
that shit. I don't want to have to worry about.
Some people just want to be workers, not
Paying-
followers, but workers.
I mean,
want
if,
to work.
if the circumstances are right, I'm good at my shit, and I expand into other.
I guess that's my problem too.
If
is
you're
I-
50 years old and you only got like 10 years left, you want to leave a business to your kids or whatever.
I guess that's my
That's an
problem. is to
asset.
be
That's like really good for wealth
happy.
building.
I want to lead. I want to leave a mark, whatever that mark may be.
But the thing is us doing
Because like
podcasts like this, I don't feel like you're gonna get exposure. You might after a while.
shit, motherfucker, you're the one that's like, keep doing it. We'll get exposure. Blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
no, I'm always gonna encourage you because it's you want to do this, and I'm gonna encourage it. But I think that we have to do more than that. We have to actually go out. If you want to interview people, we have to go walk around Sacramento,
Well,
or we can go down
or
to LA and go to Disneyland.
I meet people and bring them in,
But
but Declan doesn't
no.
like when I bring new people. Though.
That's not. I don't know, man. I
I
feel
don't like when you bring like new people in and you drop them on me in like
Where we
a
going with
day.
well, no, because when you bring in new people, you just get to actually interview.
He hardly brings new people in, but he brought that wrestling guy in.
And then when I said I was going to bring
bring that chick in,
Ryan,
the good-looking chick,
the good-looking chick,
the one that barely started wrestling there,
she, if I think you know what we're talking about, she's been wrestling forever.
but she was wrestling somewhere else, right?
Yeah, but she's been wrestling forever.
That's
I don't
weird.
really talk to her.
Well, yeah, I mean, what good is? I mean, it's not like you're hitting on her.
And her dude wrestles her too, so I don't want
So?
her to be like, you're trying to get her on the show and not me.
Are they
bro."
married?
No.
Oh well, it doesn't matter.
all love is fair.
You know,
all's fair.
love
Like,
does make a guy come out of his shell.
I was gonna bring Ryan's sister
Alexis.
Alexis.
Yeah.
Her husband. He does. He works at Channel 10, and he's doing some cool stuff. So I wanted to bring him on.
Get into like video making.
I wanted to bring him on to get like some info about what he does on this fool over here. It's like, I don't really know him. I don't feel comfortable. And Crystal's like, what the fuck? How you guys ever get new people on then? I'm like, I don't know. Fucking Declan. I just shook my head.
I'll just quit. It's fine. I feel
Start asking
every
people
time
right here, hey, you want to be
every
on a
time I do this, I
podcast?
feel loved and appreciated.
Hey,
Well,
you want to be on a podcast?
I think it's interesting to that's
Get in a flask.
to talk. Little Nicky reference. I think it's good to talk to people and learn more about it. And I think
Let's go to the
especially
mall.
especially with this
Bring this to the mall.
especially with this concept of just talking about life, I think it's very interesting. Like I was gonna bring our buddy Don on here because he's been wanting to hang out and just talk to him about where he's at right now. He adopted his daughter and she just graduated high school. So for me, it's very interesting to, and he's older, very interesting to be like, he's done basically. I mean, she is going to be his daughter, but you raised her to the point where she's going to college now and stuff like that.
She can make her own decisions.
It's got to be weird that you adopted her in, to change a girl's life, and how is that all like? And having a kid older, I want to have a kid when I'm older, but I want the better circumstances. But yeah, I thought about people like that to bring, because I always think it's just interesting to talk about people's life and stuff like that. But it's different when you're famous and you get to interview famous people, because then it's like how I watched Howard Stern when I was younger, because you got to interview them easily about what they're working on and
With
what
the
they're
nasty
doing.
stuff.
You could talk to them about their sex life or
I always
whatever.
feel like he was like dirty.
He's very dirty. You'd ask Triple H or Stephanie McMahon, did Triple H get to come through the back door? And she's like, she's down for it. They do that, and I'm just like, wow, Stephanie McMahon, I look at you way different now. I don't want to smell your fingers.
I love you even more.
No. But yeah, so I think those aspects are just what I would love to do. It's good. I talk a lot. It's fun to talk to people.
Like I think of who the fuck is Nardwar.
he is doodly.
I really don't know. I really don't know who he is. I see a couple of his clips,
Doodly doo doo doo.
but it's just like, how did he become famous?
do,
Right?
do,
He had to grind. He had to go out and interview people, and he has videos of it.
He had to follow and stalk fucking people.
Yeah, but now he's like
But
cool
it
with
got-
a bunch of them.
It got him there.
I just feel
I don't
like
got the balls to stalk.
I just feel like we
Gotta
have
put
to
the
do
leg
more
work
than
in.
I don't
just
got
this
the balls to
podcast.
stalk. I can't stalk. Say it again.
I just feel like we have to do more than this podcast.
What more? would
Like
you do?
get up and interview people, go out. Like I said, take
You want to be
videos.
like one of those like TikTokers
Why not?
that just
Why not?
have
With the
their-
fucking phone.
and they're like, "What's your body count?
no,
Hey,
I would never participate in that content.
What's your body count? How tall?
Not the body count content, but
how
specifically
tall
the like
is too tall for a guy?
no, I wouldn't ask that, and I wouldn't
7'9".
7'13". I wouldn't ask, I wouldn't just go for like super hot girls or whatever. I go for everybody and ask them like personal questions. What's going on?
I thought
Why'd
of
you
it.
smile?
I thought of a
Why
clip.
did you smile behind the mask?
I thought it was something.
Let's hear
video. It's you ever watch those shows that they have
The gold digger ones.
Fuck, they're so stupid. They're not
Here's
real.
a golden shovel.
So fucking stupid. There's always a guy and he has like a bunch of girls around. There's a ton of videos that do that now, which I think those are actually good if you do it not in an asshole way. I don't mind talking to a bunch of women and their opinions, but they try to like put them in their place.
Are you
all the
talking
time.
about like the red pill guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But there's one guy that's not super red pill, but he still annoys me. But
What's his name? What does he look like?
he's a
I
white
know
guy.
all these.
He's a white guy, and he usually has another
Maybe we'll
white
get
guy
a
with
shout
him,
out
or
if you
two
say his
white guys.
name.
Does he have
I don't know his name.
Does he have the Happy Dad hat on? And one
No.
jacked as fuck.
No.
Did you
Oh,
guys
one's
see the
kinda
one
drunk.
where it was? I feel
But
bad.
there's a big girl with him. That's why I
a guy.
started-
That's a guy.
That's not a guy.
That's a guy.
The fat guy.
That's
Or
a guy.
fat girl.
And they did the job of
Jabba
the voice.
voice. That's why I started to laugh because you said interview people, and I actually watched clips of the real version of that. And
He's like, I slay. I can get whoever I want.
and they're like, every time they ask the girls, "What do you think you are?" They're like tens. They're like, "I don't think you're a 10." And I feel how he feels like, yeah, you're on that tens, but
Have you seen it?
I can't.
Oh my
I think
gosh.
so. I think this is
I
a
can't-
really big girl.
It's a trans
when she
guy.
starts
Wait,
talking,
it's a guy.
it looks like
It's a
it
girl
looks like
that
a big
transitioned to
girl.
a guy, or a guy that transitioned to a girl.
It's a guy who transitioned to a girl.
It looks like a big girl. I didnn't know that,
Yeah.
but when she starts talking, they're like, "You know about Jabba." It's like so fucked up. It's so fucked up. I started laughing so hard.
I
It's
share
so
that to
fucked
you?
up. I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, it's great.
But it's so fucked up. But anyways, but like it's true with those videos. I think those are entertaining though. I would like to be on
Like the fresh and fit,
Talk-
fit guys.
talk to a bunch of who?
Like,
Fresh
when
and
they
fit.
sit in the like fucking U circle with the girls. where it's, like,
Yeah,
three dudes
that's
and
like the
some-
light skinned dude, right? That does it mainly.
Yeah, it's a
And
guy-
he's like,
light
"Get up
skin-
and get out.
What's his name?
Get out."
Sneaky or something?
No, there's Sneeko, who's
Sneeko.
who's the Andrew Tate wannabe. He's the shaved head, light skinned dude. But then there's the main fresh and fit is Myron, who's the light skinned dude, and there's Fresh, who's the dark skinned dude. Fresh is a fucking idiot. He's the dumbest person on the face of the earth. It is like, not even is he just dumb because I disagree with him on some things. He's just dumb. He'll just say like just factually
I
incorrect.
can't
things
believe you
about
went
like.
through 2 apple juices and 2
I
Capri
want the
Suns.
last one. There's one more.
Damn, 2 Capri Suns and a ginger ale.
But
We thirsty.
We hungry.
those videos are always just so weird. It's just like.
But see, if I was in their shoes, I wouldn't mind it because it'd be fun
But
to
they're
have
like
this.
clearly picking out
Yes,
girls that are
yeah,
like
yeah,
that are like
Where'd you find that?
they're in they're Miami, bro.
Yeah,
they're like
they
just
pick-
getting Miami hoes.
But see,
bro.
I wouldn't mind even talking to them and having
Yeah, but
discussions.
just talking to just Miami hoes, like I don't get.
Just
Take it
Snookies?
easy.
Wait, that's
How do we know they're hoes?
They're
You're
Come
like,
on.
they Miami hoes.
they got the BBLs, bro.
I just,
They ain't real women out
I
there,
wouldn't-
bro.
I
They
wouldn't-
ain't made to factory standards.
I wouldn't
lot
mind
of mods.
still talking to
A
them. I
lot
would
of
talk to them.
mods, a lot of
Aftermarket.
attachments. Yeah,
A
it's
lot
an
of
aftermarket product.
mods.
A lot of MPs.
They
You
look,
ever seen that
they
Pearl-
look good, but they don't
Pearly
last
girl?
as long.
Pearly girl.
It's the pick me. You know what pick me is?
Can't believe we just
no.
compared girls to cars. That was weird.
You wouldn't be the first dude.
Sure.
A pick me is like a girl who's only agreeing with guys because it's like the idea that
Does it want to be picked?
I only hang out with I only hang
pick
out
me?
with guys.
I thought you said pygmy.
No. No, pick me. They're like I only have guy friends because girls are so complicated. It's like you're just getting dicked down by everybody.
Dang, I remember this girl came over. She was a friend of a bunch of the guys. She was like,
Mhm.
somebody called me a homie hopper, and I was like, what? And then she explained to me, she went from one dude to the other, and they were homies. I was like, oh shit,
But to me, it's
Ashley.
like-
But she's like she's like this pearly chick is like this raggedy ass white girl who's like the most privileged girl ever, but she just looks like whack, bro. Like clearly she can't.
you
Like,
wouldn't hit.
Nah, bro, never. Like
Not even to
Is that a
hit, not
butterface?
tell nobody.
Is that a
I
butterface?
think she's like sub 4. She's
Wait.
not like
Oh, we're talking about a real person.
we're not talking about like she's not ugly because she's like got all these horrible things wrong with her. She's just ugly. She's got like matted, almost matted hair.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's. I'll show you. What she looks like.
But my thing is
Just pearly things.
That's her
She's
name.
a fucking twat. Yeah.
But again, I wouldn't mind talking to anybody just for the sake of talking.
Well,
Like
let's get
again,
out
look
and
at
do
No Jumper. Like I think that dude's done now, right? Didn't he get in trouble for something?
yeah, he probably had Zerk on.
Who's
his
No
fucking
Jumper? I can't remember who No
podcast.
Jumper.
He's got tattoos all over his face, and he interviews girls half the time, porn stars half the time.
Mhm.
But
It's
like
not ringing a bell.
you can make shit interesting and just have a conversation. I think conversations are interesting. That's why I enjoy so many comic writers that do convos in their comics and Quentin Tarantino type movies when they have conversations.
Damn, I've been watching Django.
That movie's a shit. He'll be known as the fastest gun in the. Ugh.
See, like,
I don't mean to be rude, but
here's the problem too. Is
she looks like Golem.
she has like photos that are like look like they're from like back in the day.
You would still hit it though.
Like she looks way better in that photo.
You would still hit it though.
She
I
looks
don't
like
care what you
she
said.
cosplays as fucking Zelda.
Yeah, it looks like it.
As I said.
I agree with you.
Okay, I concur.
Yeah, she just looks like that bitch.
Yeah, you would hit it, but
No,
yeah.
I wouldn't. Stop saying that. I would not fuck pearly things.
Those are 10s though, but he'd hit it though.
You did that. But would you
She's
hit?
a volleyball player?
She X. This is like that was like in high school, bro.
She got a volleyball butt.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Awkward silence.
she's just frumpy, dude.
Oh, I was letting Declan think about it. I insist.
What are you talking
That
about?
is the question.
I was doing Django when Leonardo DiCaprio was like, "You will shake my hand." He's like, "I insist." Well,
No transactions ever done with that. I ain't shit.
if you insist. Little fucking smoke gun. No!
What did you just do to our sheriff? And they're all just, I mean, that's the earlier in the part, but he shoots him with the same thing.
Yeah.
The first bounty he collects with Django. Shoots the sheriff. And he's like, ah! And then somebody goes, what'd you do to our sheriff?
Is he dead? Yeah, I guess we'll just wrap it up because.
Are you positive? No.
Are you sure about that?
What do you mean you're not positive? I don't know what positive means.
Because that guy's got. He's on
got
a
a
second
show.
season, right?
I don't know. I watched some of it. It was pretty funny.
I saw the one where he did the pay it forward, where he's like, you know what? He bought like a soda and fry, and he's like, I'll take care of the next person. Maybe I'll start a chain. And then he zooms all the way to the back. He's like, I want a 55 fries, 55 burgers.
I was watching Nathan For You with Craig. Craig's trying to get me to watch a bunch of different shows.
Nathan For You is the awkward monotone.
Dude, it was like
I watch him.
hella dry.
I watch them as reels on Facebook. They're hella funny.
Some of them can be, but it's like hella drug out. So it's
Yeah.
like the same joke for like 5-10 minutes. It's not
But how
funny.
serious he is, like he never breaks. There's one I watched where he broke a little, and
It's
that
like,
was all funny.
yo, it said if you're late, we get a free pizza, and he's like, yeah, but I didn't say what size pizza. And I guess there's one where he's like, you get a free car wash if your car is clean. And I guess he's dressed as a big bird and he keeps fucking shitting on cars and he's charging people for car washes.
I seen the one where he was charging like 99 cents a gallon, trying to help out. Because like, what can I do to help out this gas station that's like losing business? So they do 99 cents per gallon. If they have a coupon that they have to redeem, but to redeem it, you have to go up in these hills, and then you have to find the box, and then they had to sleep overnight out there, and half the people were starting to leave it, and finally no one stayed. So the guy made hella money that day, where they charged him whatever $4. They would get it for 99 cents if they went up and redeemed it or whatever.
That's so smart.
He does hella shit like that where he scams people.
Fucking poo flavored yogurt.
Did he?
It's the first
disgusting.
episode.
Yeah, I saw the one where they're trying to do
And hella people showed up to eat it.
yeah. Oh, did you see the fake Starbucks one he made? He made a new Starbucks, but everything was called like fake Starbucks.
Oh yeah.
And he like they were booming. Like he was gonna like open up another franchise. It was stupid.
And that's it.
And that's it. All right,
Say
thank
it,
you guys
say
for
it,
listening.
say
He doesn't say it on this one. He says it
I'm
on the
gonna
other
turn
one.
to a pumpkin.
Make sure you guys like, share,
I'm
subscribe.
a sexy little pumpkin.
I put it everywhere we can. It's on mainly YouTube, so make sure you go
that make
on
you
there.
feel some things.
He kind of like paused when he said, "I put it."
I put it on the YouTubers. Hopefully, we'll be jumping on here more because it's supposed to be weekly, but it's whenever these guys are free.
I
But
think
who knows?
we should like start changing the location. If we could seriously take this outdoors, like on a trail, and just talk outside.
I mean, hopefully nobody will catch that slur. And he said,
What? That you're a knitter?
"No, see, Ernie, if we
Where's
say
that
that there's
from?
a secret slur somewhere, people are gonna go back and rewind to try to find where you said
And
the
how would
slur
I
and
take
not
this
find
outside
it."
with all the plugs and shit?
We just need a generator. We'll run a fucking.
Winding up some old timey generator. Hey, sir, they're over there jogging. Would you mind watching? He doesn't want it.
No.
Sir, on the bike, would you like to have it? Okay. What the fuck? What's that even going to prove? It's just us talking.
Put like a lemonade stand.
Dude,
just record
Mr.
the podcast
Beast fucking
like a
counted
lemonade
to a
stand.
million or whatever number it was. Just something interesting.
You're not Mr. Beast, bro.
I told the bitch I'm him. Quit playing. That's it. Cut it.
All right. Thank you for listening. Don't burp. Bye.